Hi, I'm Amanda Beard, 7-time medalist. I get my aquasphere gear at swimoutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. Check them out today.
Thanks for tuning in to this special edition of the Morning Swim Show. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. This weekend marks the 1-year anniversary since the untimely death of Fran Crippen, who drowned during an open water race in the United Arab Emirates. Since then, the Crippen family has worked to preserve Fran's legacy not only in the pool, but out of the pool. And today in the Finis Monitor, we'll talk to Fran's younger sister, Claire, who just graduated from the University of Virginia. Claire, thanks for being with us today. So you're back at Germantown Academy, I see?
Yes, I'm back here. I started about a month ago, and I'm the new assistant aquatic director. I'm Schulberg's assistant, helping him both in the pool for teaching classes, kids K through 12, and then I'm also coaching for him as well, both the aquatic club and the age group and the high school level kids.
It's got to be great being back at your old stomping grounds.
Yeah, it's great. The kids are so much fun, and it's just really a great opportunity to pass on to younger kids what I was taught here. So yeah. It's awesome.
Exactly. Well, as we mentioned, it's been 1 year since your brother Fran died, and I imagine that this past year has been really tough, and I can't imagine what it's like to lose a brother, but I imagine when you were at Virginia, the support of your teammates must have really helped you along.
Yeah, the support that I received from the kids back at school and the entire University of Virginia community was unbelievable. They wrapped their arms around me, got me through every single day. There's definitely some ups and downs in there, and there were times when I didn't feel like getting in the pool that day or swimming, but they're the ones who encouraged me to keep going, and I definitely could not have done it without them. The coaches there were outstanding with me. I don't think I would be in the place today if it wasn't for those coaches there, especially Mark, who took me under his wing and treated me like a daughter. So, I mean, there's absolutely no way that I would be in the place I am today without the kids, both the swimmers and the coaches and the entire staff at the University of Virginia.
Internally, how were you able to tell yourself that, you know, not only would Fran want me to be back in the pool and being back in my life, but also that it's good for me to be able to kind of just get back in the routine?
Yeah, I remember coming home after Fran passed away that Saturday. One of my best friends from school, Liz Shaw and Mark, drove me home, and Teresa came home that same day. We actually arrived home about within a span of 10 minutes from each other, so it was great. And I remember waking up on Monday morning and not going to practice, didn't really do anything Monday, kind of laid low. Monday night we were sitting talking with my mom and dad, and Teresa and I decided that we needed to get up and go to practice the next day. And we didn't really want to, but we thought to ourselves, Fran would want us to get back in the water. This is what he would want. If he knew that we would stop swimming because of him, he would have been so mad at us. And we kept that mindset forever until I finished swimming in March, and Teresa's still on that mindset that this is what Fran would want. This is how he would want us to deal with something like this. So every day this is what Fran would want. This is what Fran would do.
Now, Fran also attended the University of Virginia. How instrumental was he in helping you pick that school?
Actually, when I was a senior in high school, I didn't want to go to the University of Virginia. I wanted a clean slate. I wanted to be my own person. I didn't want the notion of following in someone's footsteps at another school. I didn't want to go to Villanova, where Maddie went to school. I didn't want to go to Penn State, where Maddie's her college coach was coaching there at the time, and I didn't want to go to the University of Virginia because I wanted a new coach. I followed in their footsteps for 4 years during high school. I wanted to do something different. And I went on my recruiting trip to Virginia, and I expressed that to Mark, and Mark was very comforting and was just like, I don't have time to worry about Fran as a swimmer, what he did here. I don't have time to worry about the legacy that he left. I only have time to worry about my athletes on the deck. And hearing him say that was a set in stone. I'm going there after he said that. And Fran honestly did not say one word to me during the whole college recruiting process. He stayed as much out as he could. He was actually at Virginia the weekend of my recruiting trip, and I did not see him once. And that, to me, that was the biggest gift that Fran ever gave me. Letting me go to that school on a recruiting trip, completely staying out of my way, knowing that, knowing my situation with that school and my hesitations about going there, and he stayed out of it. And I don't even think I told him once I committed to go to Virginia that I was going there. So, but he was great with that whole thing, and that's how he treated Teresa too during her recruiting process. He never overstepped his boundaries, and it's something it was awesome. I don't think if he did that, I don't know if I would have gone there.
That's a great story. What was he like as an older brother?
He's a character. He had the smile that just made people stop, and everyone just loved him. And you could tell with the way he interacted with every single person that he really cared about them. It didn't matter if they were 6 years old, the kids at GA who he was coaching, or people who were 90, 80 years old. And he treated them with the utmost respect and treated them as if they were his friend. And I think that's something important. That's something that I took away from him. And that's what I'm trying to do with every new person that I meet, and acting like Fran. And the thing about Fran that I not always loved about him, but now I really respect that he did this. He cared so much for me, Teresa, and Maddie. He always was the older brother looking out for us, or younger brother looking out for us. And he just made sure we were okay, even if he wasn't there. I mean, you heard stories about how he went up to Ryan Lochte asking if he would be Teresa, his eyes at Florida for Teresa, looking out after her. He did that with every single one of us. And at times it was annoying, but looking back at everything, I could never thank him enough for what he's done.
How will the Crippen family commemorate this anniversary this weekend?
I think we're just taking it step by step. We're not planning anything. We're not doing anything too special. We're just being surrounded by our family and friends. Teresa will still be down at school. Nothing's going to change. I think Maddie even has a wedding on Sunday. She'll be up here on Friday or Saturday for a dress fitting for her wedding. But I'll be home with my parents, and there's a group that's it's called the Tough Mudder. It's an obstacle race down in Charlottesville, Virginia, to remember him and do something for him. But I think all of us are kind of just laying low, getting through the weekend, being with our family and our friends, and just looking to each other for support.
Well, just having met Fran very briefly a few years ago, I can tell you that everything you said about him rings true. Thanks very much for taking the time to share your memories of Fran.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And all the best to you and your family.
Thank you.
All right, that's Claire Crippen joining us today in the Finis Monitor. And that's going to do it for this special edition of the Morning Swim Show. If you would like to learn more about the Fran Crippen Elevation Foundation, which was founded after Fran's death, you can go to francrippen.org. Thanks for watching, and we'll leave you now with a special tribute to Fran.
I love the freedom of it. There are no boundaries. I love the different speeds that different athletes do during the race. I love the strategy. The announcer during the race announced that Fran Crippen went back to help his teammate. And the young man from Harvard got sick in the water. And Fran really didn't need to go back to help him.
Dreams weren't right, restless in the night. It's all blown to pieces once again. The day is bright, but
So when you get guys like that that want to give back to your program, it's such a wonderful feeling for a coach. He knows there are times when getting the gold medal is not that most important thing in his day. And I said to Fran afterwards, did that cost you? He said, I really don't care. I wanted to make sure my teammate was all right.
Can't see the light set by dynamite, and it's all blown to pieces once again.
So by going back 30 to 40 meters, staying with his teammate to first aid game, probably cost him winning it. And you know what? He could care less.
Can't see the light set by dynamite, and it's all blown to pieces once again.
And Fran Crippen is one of my heroes. What he has done for himself, his family, our school,
The sport.
the sport.